Hello everybody and welcome back. Day 47 in the middle of a double drought we are right now. Not so bad. As we can see, our fields are still being moisturized by the irrigation plant. Everything here is working, so now there's nothing we need to really do. We do have, well, moderate levels of radiation in the settlement now. The problem here is, it's creeping up from all sides. I do have two decontamination posts right now that are working. We could still also have the task remove radiation in a certain radius, right? We could still do this. The problem with that though is that we do need a lot of people for that are available, and that is something I can't afford right now. So the major problem right now is the increasing in radiation and thus also the decrease of my health. Well, can't really do that much about it now other than wait and hope for better days. Let's have a look at my trading post. We have the first trader coming in.
Old bones, hey? Hey, don't stare like that. Or do you like what you see? But old T-Barry even got much better things in store. I know how to make customers happy. Take your time, look around. I'm sure we'll do business with each other.
So this is one of the new traders. They have now some audio there in the background. Really cool. And yeah, what does she have? Some neck scarves, hemp, and yeah, joints. We could basically use a lot of joints if we want to make people happy in these dire times. Let's just see what we can, use instead of that. So water, we would need a lot of water for that. Mushrooms, I don't have that much. So as we can see, there's not really a lot that I can do. We do have some plastic together with the water. She might actually be, she might actually be inclined to go with that. So let's try this one and propose it. And oh, she wants more. She wants the mushrooms that we have. We don't have that many mushrooms though. So here I would instead go with a bit of more water then, right? And getting the joints. This is worth it.
That sounds fair.
And there we have done it, and a few joints for the pub, and in the pub we can use it then for my people to smoke and increase their confidence. Very good. Now this one is going then away. As we can see, the trade is now happening. That's going to take a bit of time because people working in the trading post, they will have now to get their resources, and I'm probably going to assign 2 more people to the trading post there so they can work on that and finish the trade contract. Now we also still have gather food from different sources. Unfortunately, there has been no seed. We are also continuing with scouting, so that we have, for example, the construction site, the hospital ruin. This is interesting. Endzone, house ruin. We might have a configuration for Endzone. Let's do this. Let's go for Endzone, which is, the title of the game. And this is the appropriate expedition for that. Oh, no, we have 97 in stock. So I'm just going to assign a few people here. We're going to assign a few rations for them. So 50 should be fine. This gives me 10 action points. And settler badge. Oh, we might need someone with the settler badge, I guess. I don't have anyone. Only the technician we have. That should still be fine. We have a good capacity. Let's start the expedition for Endzone. So it's going to take a while, of course. Once again, they have to gather and stuff like that. Now, what is happening in the meantime? Confidence, is bad. Research station, the next research point is coming along. We're pretty much capped on a lot of resources, so I might choose one of them from cloth to plastic. And then I'm also still waiting on my electricity, my first electricity buildings that I could have. Oh, and we have finished the next pasture. And let's go for the... it's a drought right now, so obviously there's not going to be a lot of animals to capture. We could still try it. So there we have some boar. I wanted to go with some deer, if you remember, some stag. There it is, right? So there we have 4 of them down here. And let's capture them. We might capture them. Needs wild boar or roe deer. What? But we have them here, right? So there we have the doe. Ah, very good. Now it's working. So capturing them, and then I can choose them for my pasture here as a new type of animal. And this should be a new source then as well that we can use. Alright, next day, and I hope we have gathered something now. Nope, still not. So the roe deer. Wait a second, we definitely have captured some of them now. What is happening here? Settlers in this building are afflicted by a disease. We have another epidemic broken out. How happy, how good times we have here. We have 32 sick citizens once again, but I have enough medicine, so this shouldn't be a huge problem other than slowing us down a bit there. Oh, yeah, and they still need to capture them. Is this how you capture them? Oh yeah, okay, it seems like this one has been captured here and we can then transport it to a pasture, something like that. Unfortunately, I can still not choose it, so I still need to wait a bit there. Now, my target has been reached.
Chief. Looks like our facility. We've checked the power supply and the elevator can still be operated.
Alright, let's go into the elevator. And we're in the first floor now of this bunker. And the elevator's moving, creaking and grating as if it hadn't been used anymore for a long time. And damn it, Chief, the elevator stopped and all of a sudden we're standing in water up to our ankles. Pieces of skeletons and other objects are floating here and they're in the water. What the blazes happened here? The way it looks, we can get into the main hole where the plants were kept and watered. Or we'll take a look around. Ooh, plants. Yep, let's go into the main hole. And, oh, okay, we only got some real plants, no seeds unfortunately. And fish feed. This technology enables our fishermen to lure more fish. As a result, fishing huts can be placed closer to each other without the working. Oh, this is pretty cool. I like this one. We got a special item for one of our production buildings. And in the main hole, some electronics and some scraps we have. Alright, it seems like we cannot get further, right? Let's get back again. Elevator, first floor. Okay, so I guess that's it for Endzone for now. Let's take the loot with us that we have received. Not a lot, unfortunately. And let's loot and return. Right, a research was performed. Fish feed has been researched and is now available. That is pretty cool. Let's have a look at my fisherman. And we should be having this special resource now here to boost our productivity then. Of course, right now we have the drought, so that's not going to happen for now. And oncoming sandstorm. We got the first sandstorm. Took us quite some time. We were lucky with the catastrophes so far. And somewhere over there it is. Yep. Now this is looking pretty epic, I think. As the sandstorm is now creeping into my town and probably going to disrupt even more productions that we have. Oh, poor people. Epidemic, drought, sickness, sandstorm. What else can they throw at us? I guess a raider would be fine now. Would be real fun. There's actually someone now capped in a sandstorm. And boom, going through the whole settlement, some buildings have been damaged. And I guess we'll need to find out what. Assign builders and check the building menu. Let's assign... Oh, I don't have any more builders because everyone is basically dying away right now or using jobs that previously were filled. And there we have them, for example. We need to repair those buildings here ASAP, right? Otherwise, with the next sandstorm, they might be completely destroyed. Got a few of them. Fortunately, it's only... Oh no, there's a well as well that has been heavily damaged. Actually, most of my buildings have been damaged. Some of them more heavily than others. Right, so you can see with droughts and more sandstorms appearing now, we have a real danger of the settlement buildings themselves. Let's assign a few more builders. They will have to repair those things now. I hope they're doing it automatically. And damaged buildings epidemic is still raging as well. We still have enough medicine though, so that's fine. Very good, and we can finally say also the roe deer as our next type of animal. So that we have it now. The first one is coming in. And yeah, we still need a few herders then working on that. Oh, 5 more people grew up. So that's finally something good. Let's assign a few of them to the herder. The other ones to the builder so we can clean everything ASAP. Oh, and the morticians, both of them died. So I'm going to reassign 2 of them because we're losing people. And it's very important that they are being brought and dead over to the cemetery. Otherwise, they cause even more sickness in the town itself. Now, with that and the drought being over soon, I hope that we then fill in all the sources of food, right? And how's it looking with the trader? Almost has everything. We lost another one here to the sandstorm, I think, or to the epidemic. So the trade is taking way more time than I expected. And as we can see, those buildings are being repaired now. Of course, that costs me resources. Every time we repair something, a bit of wood and a bit of scrap is being consumed. So there we need to be careful. And, oh, Wellkeeper. 3 actually died. So we will also need to do something about that. Oh, no. Okay, research point. We get the next one. There it is. And let's have a look at the next research that we want to do. Coal mining. I'm eager to start on the coal mining now. The coal mining would be the next one, and then I would probably go for electronics, for electricity there, right? But coal mine, very good. And let's do the next expedition, because in these expeditions it's highly likely that we might be getting some knowledge points, right? And let's have a look. We do have a close by... Oh! The nuclear power plant. That's usually something where we do find interesting stuff. Let's assign some 5 people to that. All of them have certain badges that can be used. Let's get some rations with us. So we get 10 action points. I'm going to give them some metal tools. I'm going to give them some radiation suit. And they will also need some 20 clothes with them. Right? And settled by age, recommendation, advantage, due to education. What? I do have quite a lot of good guys here with high education. Age recommendation. Oh, this is actually something that I can filter. Very good. So we do have quite a lot of people on this one. We have lots of capacity that we can use. And radiation protection we need for the nuclear power plant. I will need to assign my tailors now to produce only those radiation suits. Right, that's going to consume a lot of my coal though, but it should be fine. Plus it's the best out there anyway. Right, and coal, we should be having a lot of that soon. That is one thing. Radiation levels, they're still pretty high. Of course, as we can see with all the radiation, my buildings still seem to be safe, right? Even the market, or especially the market where everything is being stored. That's because of course we're cleaning it with my decontamination. For example, the rainwater collector here is not within the working area of the decontamination and thus is irradiated. So probably we need a 3rd one soon. Let's actually move it a bit like this. Right, and we don't need to overlap that so much because we have another one anyway. That's fine. Very good. And the coal mine has been researched, so we can now build finally something new. And we should be having it here. There it is, the mine, costing us a few scraps in here and there. And yeah, as we can see, it basically just needs a bit of space. And let's have it here next to the mountainside. And we do have 100% efficiency for that. Basically, I guess here. There we have it in all its glory, going into the mountain then. And yeah, of course, that's going to take quite some time since a lot of radiation also needs to be removed. We're losing so many people right now. It is incredible. And the trade has been fulfilled. We should be getting the joints now. This is going to boost the happiness there a bit at least. Is the epidemic still ongoing? No, it's not. Alright, the next day is dawning. What I can see right now is that we are recovering a bit. The radiation levels are going down slightly in the town itself. I hope that my decontamination posts are really doing their job now, right, with cleaning everything. We do have a few people available again that I can assign to something. And I think the mine should be finishing soon. There we have it. And yep, we've also reached the nuclear power plant now. So let's have a look at that.
If it weren't for the caved-in roof. That must have been one big bang. The remnants have still got to be emitting tons of radiation. Just listen to that Geiger counter.
And there we are, and let's have a look around. Let's have a look into the main facility first. Seems to be all locked in. There are a couple of roller doors and side entrances that we could get in through. Our scouts suggested climbing up onto the roof. Okay, let's take the side entrance. And we do find some metal. Let's have a look to the sturdy door. We have still 8 points. It worked, and now we're standing in some kind of storage depot. Sounds good. Storage depot always sounds good. Some protection that we find with that. There's also an old truck here. Okay, we get a settler badge and some raw materials there. And the machinery. Some scrap, metal, and electronics. We still have 5 action points. And now we are going into the generator. There is a collapsed floor. Oh! 6 settlers lost their health. Damn it, Chief, the last of us slipped and fell on top of the whole group. Hit us really hard. We'd better be off heading back. This room is full of radiation suits that we, well, conveniently got as well. And let's get back. There's still something, the roof. Some metal is lying around in the roof. And that's pretty much it there as well. We still have the doors. And we get some further points. Oh, we only have 1 more action point. Let's get back up there and have a look into the turbine building. I'm not going into the reactor core yet. Right. Turbine room, and let's examine the turbine. Metal, electronics, and a knowledge point. Yes, very good. We got something for research. Let's loot and return. We do get everything else, so some metal here as we can see. Of course, these suits are the most important one. Electronics, very important too. Some scrap. Oh, I love these expeditions. And actually we can take almost everything. A bit of metal we leave behind, but that's it. Let's return home. And we haven't even been in the reactor room yet, right? This might prove really interesting. And yeah, the knowledge point. We can definitely use this one for some research. There we have it. Perfect. Let's have a look around, and yep, let's go for the wind turbine. I'm not fooling around there that much anymore. We need electricity. We do need that ASAP, and we have started with that. Just a few electronics we need. How's the mine coming along? The mine is, well, still needing some scrap. We have that. And yeah, we got more workforce. That is good. Let's assign another tailor. We need more protection after all, and also a technician. Right, so we can continue with the tool production. Food and water is fine. Even though this one is getting a bit tough now. I have no idea. We have the deer, but for some reasons we're not getting this one as an additional source of food. Perhaps because we don't have enough yet. No idea. Alright, and we got a third one coming out there. I think because we haven't slaughtered them yet. This might be something, right, that we need to slaughter them. How many more days do we have there? 3 days. This is going to be close. A new trader has arrived. Looks like a samurai. And he's got really crappy stuff. So beer we can make ourselves. Joints we don't need. Rations we don't need. You can actually go away. There's no reason for you to stay here. And what I like is they all have different vehicles. So this one has a balloon. The other one had an airship. Okay, medicine. Oh, yeah, we're consuming a lot of that right now. And how's it looking? Radiation is climbing again. Damn it. This is something to keep in mind. But also, the confidence is going up a bit. And since I do need the workforce, really, let's build a few more cabins. Because they are going to scootly poop around then. So I'm going to have 2 here and 2 here. So another block of houses in the back. So finally, for the first time, by the way, we're starting to expand into the north now of my settlement, which we do need. And I would also need some recyclers. We're losing a few people there again. Unfortunately, how's the cemetery looking? Yep, 15 graves are being used right now. And where's the expedition? Is returning because there is lots of protection coming with this expedition that we need then. There they are. And they have arrived. So we do get some protection there for my people on top of everything. And I think we can start with the next one right away. Let's go for... let's scout those outer areas there. Right, we haven't scouted them yet. These are the last areas that we have. There's a military base. And there's a house ruin. Let's go for the house ruin for now. Let's assign some. We don't need something special here, right? So just normal people, basically. And let's assign some 4 people to that. Have some scrap tools, because that's what we need. Metal tools are actually needed. Alright. and some rations there for another 10 action points. And let's send the expedition on its way. We could actually do several expeditions, by the way, and... oh no, we can't. Alright, not for now. So I'm not doing that. How's it looking with the mine? Come on. Yes, the mine is finally finished. And we do have a coal mine now. Let's assign someone to that. So, what do we have too much anyway? I think technician, we can at least get one away. The forester, scrap collector, and charcoal burner. Let's assign 2 of them to the mine now. So we have 4 of them now working in the mine. And that's producing now some coal for me. And the wind turbine has been researched, so that is finished. The next research point is coming along as well. And yep, it's time for electricity then. And with that, boosting our whole industry to a new level. Stay tuned.